The 36th District Court is back in session with the Honorable Tenisha Yancey presiding. While court is in session, there will be no talking, sleeping, lying down, driving, no wearing of any hair garments unless it's for religious purposes only, no chewing of any gum or reading of any material, and you must be properly dressed when the judge asks you to turn on your cameras. Good morning, Your Honor. Well, good morning again, Your Honor.
Good morning again, and good morning to all of you who I have not seen yet this morning. Are the parties ready to proceed on Boswell?
Ready, Your Honor.
No,
Oh, okay. Now calling the people versus Jalen Michelle Boswell, ticket number SP 142-02601. No proof of insurance, ticket number SP 142-02591. One count of unregistered, untitled vehicle. Please state your opinion for the record, Counselor.
For the record, Your Honor, Melissa Vinek, P 53750, appearing on behalf of Jalen Boswell. Ms. Boswell, will you please state your name for the record?
Jalen Michelle Boswell.
Thank you. Your Honor, today's matters are set for a pretrial and a hearing. My client has presented me with copies of registration, which expires on December the 5th, 23. Actually, you know what? Can we pass this matter? Sorry, can we pass this matter briefly?
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Ms. Boswell will be recalling your matter momentarily. I'm gonna assume that you didn't send Ms. Vinek the right documents. Perhaps you can, is that the case, Ms. Vinek, that you need to send you?
Yes, the document, I just need to discuss it with her because the name on the document, I'm just looking at it. The date was correct, but I just want to just double check on the document. It is for a 2017 Ford.
That's what I need it to be for. As long as it's for the vehicle in question or in her name. It doesn't have to be in her name, as long as it's the car she was driving.
Okay.
And she was 2017 gray Ford.
It is a 2017 Ford license plate EGH 8012.
That is correct. We can do
Okay.
this one.
So then okay. And then we also have a copy of insurance, which,
Same vehicle.
effective date, March 16, 23. It expires September 16, 23, Your Honor. So therefore, at this time, we are moving for a dismissal of this matter.
Okay. Seeing that that an officer of the court has verified that Ms. Boswell currently had, or it's not in her name, but 2017 gray Ford that she was driving is now insured and does have valid registration, these matters will be dismissed without prejudice. Ms. Boswell, whoever car you're driving, make sure they give you those documents before you get behind the wheel. Okay, ma'am?
Okay, thank you.
Here you go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Hi, Attorney. How are you? This is 36th District Court. Maybe I should call your assistant. I think she was the one who was calling me. I'm sorry. Yes, it is. And that's what I was calling her back on. But let me see if I have her number. She put it in here. She put her number in here. I'll just call her. Sorry to disturb you.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Ms. Vinek, are there any dismissals for office for no officers or dismissals, any more dismissals for valid?
No dismissals for no officers, Your Honor. I don't believe any of the matters that I had today was set for trial.
Okay. So I can just call them based on how I see them.
So I can give you the date.
I proceed with Ms. Beasley.
June
Wait,
16th.
I think
But
Ms.
it'll
Beasley.
be 8:30. We don't do 10 o'clock. It's usually 8. Is it Megan? June, your first date that you had, June 16th. And I'm gonna send your order back over because the judge signed it, okay?
Okay,
Yes, June 16th.
now calling the people versus Lois Shaquandra Marie Parker, Beasley Parker? Beasley
Yes.
Parker, number SP 7335581, one counter drove while unlicensed. Ticket number SP 8539831, one counter driving while license suspended. Ticket number 162817331, one count no operator's license on person. Ticket number 162902771, one count no operator's license on person. Please state your opinion for the record, starting with the attorney.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. For the record, Melissa Vinek, P 53750, appearing on behalf of Lois Beasley Parker. Ms. Parker, Ms. Beasley
Yeah.
Parker, will you please state your name for the record?
Lois Beasley Parker.
Thank you. Your Honor, I've had the opportunity to discuss this matter both with my client as well as with the city attorney. And at this time, my client understands her trial rights. However, there is a resolution, and the resolution is that my client will be tendering a plea of failure to display that would be on counts ending in 35581 as well as 39831. In exchange for the counts ending in 17331 and 02771 will be dismissed. My client does understand that these are 0-point abstractable offenses, traffic misdemeanors. At this time, Your Honor, my client does understand her trial rights. She's ready to proceed.
Okay, and she also understands that she may not be able to get her license immediately, so she needs to stop driving until she has it.
Yes.
Until she's able to. All right, Ms. Beasley, you had an opportunity to talk to Attorney Vinek in the breakout room. Did she advise you of your rights?
Yes.
Did you understand your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea to that?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down, turning your attention to August 12th, 2016. Were you in the area of Dexter and Tyler Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you driving a 2004 Pontiac?
Yes.
Did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day?
Yes.
When asked to produce a valid driver's license, were you able to do so?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, turning your attention to, satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Your Honor. Yes.
Turning your attention to May 1st, 2018. Were you in the area of westbound Outer Drive and Mound Road in the city of Detroit?
Yes, I was.
And were you driving a 1997 Chrysler on that day?
Yes.
Did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day, ma'am?
Yes.
When asked to produce a valid driver's license, were you able to do so?
No.
Satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Stipulate the probable cause on dismissal.
So stipulate, Your Honor. Yes.
The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on the amended charges of failure to display for ticket number ending in 5581, as well as ticket number ending in 9831. Ms. Beasley, are you working currently?
No, I am on disability because I am a kidney failure patient.
Okay, are you still able to drive though?
Not always, no. I normally take transportation or someone takes me where I need to go.
Okay, so that's actually the best thing for you right now, is considering the fact that you won't be able to get your license right away.
Mhm.
But you're not able to do community service in lieu of with your fines and fees, and I can go lower than normal, considering your circumstances, but in lieu of paying fines and fees, would you be willing or interested in doing community service?
Yes.
You would be?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the $200 per ticket. And that's a total of $400, but in lieu of paying $400, you can do 40 hours of community service.
Okay.
Do you know how to use the chat feature on the app?
I see it now.
Okay, can you chat the clerk your phone number?
Yes.
She just chatted you, so just chat her back your phone number. And we'll have the department, probation department is gonna give you a call to set up your hours of community service. It's gonna be 40 hours. I'm gonna give you 30 days to do 40 hours. That's really a 1 week's worth of work if you
Yes.
going to work. Okay, but I'm gonna give you 30 days so that you can do other things as well. So by July 6th, you'll come back on July 6th at 8:30.
Is that a Monday or I have dialysis on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays? If that can be like a Tuesday or a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
July 6th is a Thursday.
Okay, it is a Thursday, July 6th, it's July 6th,
Okay, great.
okay? And
Yes.
so you'll do 20 hours on the one FTD and you'll do 20 hours on the other FTD, so that'll be equivalent to the $200 for each ticket.
Okay.
Thank you.
So instead of paying the 400, I have to do the 40 hours of community service?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, and someone will contact you to set that up.
Okay.
Have a good day. You're all set. You have any
Thank you.
questions?
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
No, you didn't. That's why I bring it up. Officer Stanley, you're free to go. Mr. Brown did not appear today.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too. We'll issue out a capias.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I thought you said one of them was at 8:30.
What was that 9? What was that?
That's what I just said.
You said 9.
I said, what was that? 8:30, what was that?
No, but he didn't let nobody go. I let. Why is all these people
let them
coming?
both go? These are bounds.
Oh,
They're definitely bounds. I see them in balance.
what is going on? Miss Melissa, please don't let any one of these people in, okay?
Don't let anyone in the.
Yeah, that's fine.
I noticed that you did let 2 people in already, so. I'm
Well,
like,
no, one of them had been a client of mine and I
Oh.
saw that he was in the waiting room. I'd already spoken to him, so I let him in.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
that
is
was the
no-
only person I let in. I didn't let anybody else in.
So Ronald's iPhone, who is that?
Ronald iPhone, that is, I let him in because Ronald Bradley told me I was speaking with him and he said his phone was he was gonna lose charge, so he was coming in on another phone. So that's Ronald
Okay.
Bradley.
Are you ready to proceed on his matter?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. Now calling the people versus Ronald Sherdale Bradley, ticket number SP 1438081, count 1, no insurance misdemeanor, count 2, failure to stop within a short distance ahead. Please state your appearance for the record.
For the record, Your Honor, Melissa Vinik, P 53750, appearing on behalf of Ronald Bradley. Mr. Bradley, state your name for the record.
Ronald Shardale Bradley III.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, I've discussed this matter with the city attorney. I've explained to my client the request for him to take a defensive driving class. My client understands that at this time, Your Honor, my client does wish to schedule this matter for a bench trial waiving jury, knowing that he has a right to have a jury. However, he would like to schedule this for bench.
So you gave him what the terms of the plea would be, and he decided to go to trial, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And Mr. Bradley, you understand that you had a right to a trial before a jury or a trial before me, and you're choosing a trial before me as your trier of fact?
For the simple fact of the points, I drive semi trucks, and I want to see what would be the best option, so I won't catch any points. Because I drive semi trucks, and I don't want them points to be on there. And
Okay,
then
this is what I'm gonna advise you to do, just in case the officers are ready to proceed on, first of all, I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Set this matter for trial on July 5th, 2023. A $0 bond will be continued. If the officers do appear and they can identify you and they prove their case, then you would have the point. So if I were you, I would still do what the prosecution has asked you to do, which is take the class, so that you're ready to accept a plea that perhaps would be, if the prosecution is willing to give you a plea, that would be something without points, but you would have had to do what they asked you to do in order to get that plea agreement.
right. So
Do you understand?
if I wasn't, so if I don't take it to trial and I take that class, I won't get any points.
So you have this right to trial. I'm gonna schedule this for a trial. Two things can happen on that day. The officers could not show up at all, and you won't have any points or anything at all, right? You won't have anything at all and get dismissed without prejudice unless they rewrite the ticket. You'll be free to go.
Right.
The other option is that the officer does show up and he remembers you and he remembers the incident and he's ready to proceed with the trial.
Right.
They will make the same offer that they're offering today. Well, they will probably they could offer something that has 0 points. They could offer you blockading instead of the failure to stop, right?
Right.
And so if they offer you blockading, then you will want to take that, but they're only gonna offer that to you if you've done what they've asked you to do, which is take that class.
Right.
So it's a kind of like a win-win. Either way it goes, you need to be prepared by taking the class in case the officers do show up and are ready to proceed with trial. Okay?
Okay.
So take the class. You have until July 5th to get that class done. I think it's online. It's fairly easy. So take the class, bring proof that you've taken the class so that on that date, when you meet with your attorney, the House counsel on that day, you can let them know that you took the class. So if the officers do show up, you still want to avail yourself of an offer that would be 0 points.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. So again, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf and set this matter for trial July 5th at 8:30 a.m.
Okay. You said July 5th?
July 5th.
Okay. I have one other question too. How do I go in there and so I just go in there and tell them I need to take a class, or is it gonna be set up already, or?
You can go online. I actually was playing around on the website the other day, doing some things, and I was able to click on the driver responsibility courses, and it's a list of providers that offer the course that you can contact them directly.
Okay.
So go onto the Secretary of State's website, look for driver responsibility courses, and then you should be able to find a list of courses there.
Okay. And once again, I'm sorry. What is it called again?
With the class?
Yeah.
Driver responsibility.
Driver responsibility. Okay. I just gotta make sure I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to.
No worries. No worries. If you have any questions, you can call back to the courtroom.
Okay. June 5th at 8:30.
8:30 on July 5th.
July 5th. Alrighty. I'm marking everything down now.
Have a good one, Mr. Bradley.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, just the last one we called Lewis Beasley Parker. We did that case already. I just want to make sure there wasn't arraignment on a bench warrant. I don't know that we needed to. My client had tendered a plea. We didn't recall the bench warrant. I just want to make sure that there was that needed to be done.
I don't, she didn't have.
No, we removed the warrants. The warrants were removed.
You
Yeah.
removed it.
Yeah, the warrants have been removed, I believe, before she received the court date.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
Just making sure.
but thank you for that. I see Corporal Dudley here for E. Bradley. Did we just do E. Bradley's matter?
No, they're
Oh,
not here. You can let them go.
Corporal Dudley, you're free to go. We'll issue a bench warrant for E. Bradley.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you, you too, Corporal Baker, that goes for you as well.
Here, it's okay. I'm gonna remove.
Hmm.
I'm gonna remove.
Ready on Jalen Brent. Now calling the people versus Jalen Jawan Kendall Brent, ticket number P1208697. One count of no insurance misdemeanor. Please state your appearance for the record.
For the record, Your Honor, Melissa Vianek, P53750, appearing on behalf of Jalen Brent. Mr. Brent, will you please state your name for the record?
Jalen Brent.
Thank you. Your Honor, this matter, we'd like the bench warrant to be recalled on this matter.
The court will recall the bench warrant.
Thank you. Your Honor, I've had the opportunity to discuss this matter both with the city attorney as well as with my client. My client has provided me with a copy of his rental agreement. This is from a 21 Nissan that was rented from Hertz Rental Car. It was rented May 25th, 21 and returned on June.
From Enterprise.
From Enterprise Rent a Car. It was returned on June 10th, 21, which is, I believe, the date of the offense. In it, it does state that my client paid for DW, which my client is explaining to me is actually a damage waiver. He paid $29.99 per day for 17 days. So therefore, I believe that that covers the insurance. We're asking for a dismissal in this matter.
Ms. Frank, I think I need you to send that to me, because I'm not clear that a damage waiver is insurance. But I'd like to see it.
Okay, sure. Can you
I
put,
have your email address, Ms. Frank.
sorry?
I'm gonna chat you my email address.
Great, thank you.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And basically with the damage waiver, that just gives me the option to use their insurance because all their cars are insured through Enterprise. They have their own insurance. So with me being able
I know. So did you opt out of their insurance? That's what I need to, that's what I want to look at this.
No,
waiver.
I opted into the insurance, but the only way for me to get their insurance, I have to pay the $30 a day, which is the damage waiver, which covers the car if anything happened to it. That's the insurance. It's just in their name. I can't put their insurance in my name.
I understand that, Mr. Brand. So again, if you can send me the document.
If I can re-explain, like I said, the damage waiver.
Mr. Brand, I speak English very well. I speak English very well. I can read and write too. Ms. Viney, will you send me the document?
Yes, I'm going to send it to you right now. Hold on one second. Let me send it to you right now.
I specifically requested insurance on the vehicle.
Mr. Brent, I need you to understand that you are speaking to the judge and we can hear you. So please put your phone on mute.
Ms. Viney, send me the document.
I'm sending it to you right now.
Thank you.
Hold on one second. Just bear with me. Hold on. I just want to send it from my computer. Just bear with me real quick. And
You sent it, Ms. Viney?
I'm sending it right now. Tanisha.Yancey. Hold on one second. I'm sending it right now. Tanisha.Yancey.
.ehi.com. To help us serve you better, please listen to this entire message. Prestamos mucho para recibir asistencia en español. For hours and location information, press 1. To check rates, availability, or to book a reservation, press 2. To confirm, modify, or cancel, if you are renting due to an insurance claim, press 1. For personal, leisure, or if you're using a corporate account number, press 2.
Yes, too, it's personal, right? Personal, right?
You said, is it personal? What'd you say?
Judge, I just sent it to you. Just check and see that you got it, please.
Operator.
No, yep, it just popped in as soon as I got ready to say no. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rental agreement. Distance miscellaneous charges, benefit maintenance charge. Enterprise plus rewards. I don't see no difference. I actually don't see a waiver, $30 a day waiver. Can you tell me where I would find it?
Yes, under summary of charges, it says time and distance, then underneath it, it says DW. And it's DW states, my client states to me, states damage waiver,
Okay.
$29.99 a day.
I'm not sure if mine's froze.
Put yourself back on mute, sir.
All right, I just needed to make sure that DW was an actual damage waiver, and Mr. Brent, I will dismiss this without prejudice. However, I do need you to understand that when you are in court, whether you're sitting in your car or sitting in this courtroom, there is a courtroom decorum.
Yeah, I apologize. I've been this thing popped up from 2 years ago. Like I just got to receive the warrant from this happened.
And you know I didn't have anything to do with that though, right?
Yeah, that's why
I
I'm
didn't have
confused because
anything.
like I've been sitting on the Zoom call since 8 o'clock this morning, and I've been trying to go to work. It just been a long morning, and I'm thinking in my head since I just thought they was about to charge me with a ticket for something that I had on the car because I showed the officer the day that they took me to jail that I had insurance. He wasn't trying to hear none of that.
I understand your frustration, but again, there's courtroom decorum, but your matter will be dismissed without prejudice, sir.
Thank you, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're free to go. You're welcome, Ms. Bynum.
Thank you.
Now calling the people versus Courtney DeLeese, Virginia, Brazil, ticket number P1438891, one count of driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Please state your appearance for the record.
For the record, Your Honor, good morning. Melissa Vinek, P53750, appearing on behalf of Courtney Brazil. Ms. Brazil, will you please state your name for the record?
Courtney Brazil.
Thank you. Your Honor, today's date is set for a pretrial in this matter. I have had the opportunity to discuss this matter with the city attorney. My client has forwarded me a copy of her both her insurance as well as her registration. I see on the docket that she is charged simply with the registration. And on behalf of my client forwarded me a copy of the registration that expires on September the 20th, 23, and this is in her name. So at this time, Your Honor, we are asking for a dismissal of this matter. Again, it expires September 20th, 23 for a 2017 GMC car.
All right, so the court acknowledges that an officer of the court has in fact verified that Ms. Brazil has valid car registration, therefore this matter will be dismissed without prejudice. Ms. Brazil, make sure you're keeping that document or all the documents, insurance, registration, in the vehicle with you at all times.
Okay.
Okay, you can have it on your phone, if I'm not mistaken, but just have something in the vehicle with you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, last but not least, Ms. Brown. Ms. Brown, if you can turn your camera on, I'll be ready to call your case in a couple seconds. Now calling the people versus Shannon Monique Brown, ticket number P1402737, one count of no insurance misdemeanor. Please state your appearance for the record.
For the record, Your Honor, Melissa Vinek, P53750, appearing on behalf of Shannon Brown. Ms. Brown, will you please state your name for the record?
Shannon Monique Brown.
Thank you. Your Honor, today we're asking for the bench warrant to please be set aside as my client has appeared.
The court will set aside the bench warrant.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, Your Honor, I've had the opportunity to discuss this matter with my client as well as with the city attorney. At this time, my client understands she does have a right to have a trial. There is a resolution. The resolution is that my client will be tendering a plea of guilty to failure to display. My client understands that this is a 0-point abstractable offense. My client, in exchange, Your Honor, the no insurance misdemeanor will be dismissed. My client understands her trial rights at this time. She is ready to proceed.
One moment, just a moment. Don't get nervous. I just want to make sure. In my opinion, it should be a offered improper plate and not a failure to display. Yeah, Ms. Vinek, I wouldn't be comfortable with the failure to display because that is dealing directly with a driver's license, and we don't want, I mean, regardless of whether or not it's a 0-point offense, I would rather her plead to improper plate because that's more of a factual, especially when we're trying to make a factual basis.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, so are you willing to accept the plea of improper plates, Ms. Brown?
Yes, what does that mean exactly? Is that the same with no points?
It is still a 0-point offense, but it has nothing to do with you displaying a driver's license. So failure to display means that you failed to display a driver's license. In this case, you failed to provide proof of insurance.
Okay, yes.
And in order for me to be comfortable taking the plea and making a factual basis, it wouldn't be on your driver's license at all. Your driver's license had nothing to do with this offense.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, so you did have an opportunity to talk to Ms. Vinek in the breakout room, and she advised you of your constitutional right?
Yes,
Did you understand your rights?
yes,
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea?
no.
My clerk is gonna stop printing so you can hear me.
Oh, okay.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes,
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
yes,
Okay, will you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
yes,
You can put your hand down, turning your attention to November 5th, 2022. Were you driving a 2018 silver Chevy?
yes,
And were you driving in the area of Livernois and Curtis in the city of Detroit?
yes,
Did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day?
yes,
When asked to produce a valid driver's or valid car insurance, were you able to do so?
no.
Satisfied, Counselor?
Satisfied, Your Honor, yes.
The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on the amended charge of improper plate for ticket number ending in 2737. This improper plate ticket, Ms. Brown, are you working?
Yes,
Okay, so the fines and fees on improper plates is $220. Would you be able to make that payment within the next 14 days, or do you need longer?
can I have a little longer?
Yeah, I can give you 30 days. July 6th, 2023 is when it will be due. If you don't pay it by July 6th, then you do need to appear back here on this same Zoom at 8:30 that morning.
Okay, and if I can't pay it before then, just make the payment?
Yeah, or you can even make partial payments online. You can go on 36
Oh.
District Court and you can make a $100 payment today. You can make or tomorrow. You can make another $50 payment next week and up until July 6th. As long as it's paid by July 6th, you never have to come back here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. But if it's not paid by July 6th, I do need to see you at 8:30 on that day.
Okay, it will be paid.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You have a good day.
Thank you, Your
Okay,
Honor.
you too, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Viner. Ms. Viner,
Can I have that total again? I'm sorry, 200 and?
$20, $220.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Viner, Done with anyone is anyone else in breakout room?
I think, let me just double check. I don't see, I believe that the breakout rooms have actually been closed.
Right.
So,
Thank you for having such a productive day.
yes, thank you very much. All right, I think that I will see you later this afternoon.
Yes, you will.
Okay. Very good.
1:30.
1:30. Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good lunch.